After weeks of explosive leaks, cold confrontations, and a shocking exposé that named the corporate giant allegedly behind their painful split, fans believed Wang Yibo and Xaio Zhan were still miles apart, both emotionally and physically. But last night, under the cover of darkness, fate brought them together. And a single blurry photo has reignited everything. The meeting no one expected. The image, snapped by an anonymous bystander in the quiet backstreets of Beijing, shows two figures in hoodies and masks standing close, too close to be casual. Despite the disguises, their body language was unmistakable. One is slightly taller, leaning forward as if speaking in low, urgent tones. The other's hands are shoved deep into their pockets, head tilted up to listen. A glint from the street lamp catches just enough of their eyes to confirm what fans already knew. It's Yibo and Xaio Zhan. What witnesses heard? Two cafe workers closing up nearby claim they caught snippets of the conversation. One recalls hearing Xaio Zhan's voice say, "You didn't have to go through all that alone." And Yibo's quiet reply, "It was the only way I knew to keep you safe." According to the witnesses, Xaio Zhan then stepped forward and hugged him, a long, unmoving embrace that seemed to freeze the night air. The four words that broke the fandom. An unverified but widely circulated audio clip from that night captures Yibo's voice, soft but clear. "It was always you." The clip has been replayed millions of times in less than 24 hours. Fans say it's the closest thing to a public confession they'll ever get. Online frenzy. Hashtag it was always you and hashtag Yibo Zhan reunion are flooding social media. Fan edits of the blurry photo paired with old clips of their on-screen chemistry are spreading like wildfire, with captions like, "They found their way back," and "The truth wins." What happens now? Neither star's management has commented on the meeting, though insiders whisper this was not planned but absolutely necessary. Some even claim the two have agreed to meet again soon, away from cameras. Though given the leaks so far, nothing feels private anymore. For fans, this reunion was more than a photo. It was proof that despite the lies, threats, and years of silence, something between Wang Yibo and Xaio Zhan survived. The final choice: public love or private survival. The street-side reunion of Wang Yibo and Xaio Zhan sent shockwaves through the industry and the fandom, but the question hanging in the air was bigger than a single embrace. Would they finally take back their story, or would they let it remain hidden forever? Last night that answer came. The private dinner before the decision. According to a source close to the pair, they met in a secluded restaurant in Beijing's Chaoyang district, a place they had visited often during their early friendship. The meeting lasted nearly 3 hours, with no management present. A waiter, speaking on condition of anonymity, described the atmosphere as intense but calm, adding, "They laughed at times, but there were also long silences. It felt like they were deciding something important." Choice. Hours later, both men posted on Weibo within seconds of each other. Xaio Zhan's post featured a simple black background with the words, "The world doesn't need to understand as long as we do." Wang Yibo's post followed immediately. Some things are stronger when they're not on display. No names, no hashtags, no direct references, but everyone knew. Fan reactions. A split heart. Some fans celebrated the posts as confirmation that they had reconciled, even if not publicly declaring a relationship. Others felt bittersweet, knowing that corporate pressure and public scrutiny had forced them into the shadows once more. "I'm happy they're together, but it hurts knowing they can't just be free," one viral comment read. Quiet pact. Insiders claim they agreed to live their truth privately, seeing each other away from the cameras and building a life the industry couldn't touch. "They won't give the public a spectacle," one source said. But they're not walking away from each other again. The legacy of their story. In the end, the Wang Yibo, Xaio Zhan saga became more than just celebrity gossip. It was a story of sacrifice, manipulation, resilience, and a bond that refused to die. The industry may never see them holding hands in public, but in that quiet decision to choose each other over the noise, they wrote their own ending, one the world will keep talking about for years. Years later, the silent victory of Wang Yibo and Xaio Zhan. 5 years have passed since the scandal, the leaks, and the quiet pact that Wang Yibo and Xaio Zhan made in the shadows. The industry moved on, new headlines replaced old ones, and the world slowly stopped asking the question, are they or aren't they? But for those who paid attention, the answer was always hiding in plain sight. Separate lives, parallel paths. Publicly, both stars flourished.